doing here, and myself get better, and obviously see the team grow and get better as well.
Wonder if anybody mentioned, hey, Tom Brady's on his way down to
Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs, Davante Adams. If you just took weapons, you took every team in the league's number one receiver, number one tight end, number one back, and number one slot receiver, could I argue Raiders have the best in the league on just those four?
Yes, but I think we both agree Waller's probably not going to be there. He was nearly moved to the Packers in the offseason.
They're not
quiet under.
They can't afford him.
It's tough when you pay Davante Adams a lot of money.
Well, he's worth every penny.
He is, but then you can't afford Waller.
But if you just said
Fabian Moreau put up some good number. I don't know if Fabian's his first. Foster.
No, he's
Foster
good.
Moreau. He's solid.
No, very good number two receiver, big guy. So when Brady went to Tampa, what was the thing he wanted? Weapons. This is a better spot because they had to go get Leonard Fournette to appease Brady and draft the right tackle. The Raiders' O-line ranks 11th according to PFF. I don't think it's that good, but that's fine. They're good at left tackle. Colton Miller's good. Their tackles are fine. But the point being, if they have a star receiver, a star tight end, a star back, and Hunter Renfrow is absolutely top 2 or 3 slot receiver in the league.
And how much does Tom Brady love his slot receivers?
Loves
Edelman, Welker, Godwin. I think Hunter Renfrow fits in perfectly with Brady. That's a dynamic team next year. Raiders rising like a phoenix from the ashes. In this, they're not. Are they in the cellar? I forgot. Anyways, all right. Moving on. Lamar Jackson, Colin. This story is so underplayed.
It's weird.
I think we're going on 20-something days now. Lamar Jackson still hasn't practiced, recovering from that knee injury. Listen, I don't know if you remember when I said, "Hey, he doesn't have his money." Kyler got his money, got injured.
Yeah,
he's fine. I don't think Lamar's rushing back. I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't play again this season. And guess what? John Harbaugh is saying things that make you wonder if he's playing again. Here's John Harbaugh.
I'm just probably going to leave all that stuff alone. I'm going to focus on the game and just get ready to coach our guys and have our guys get ready to play the game.
Does that sound like a frustrated coach? Where's my quarterback? Where's our former MVP of the league? We got no weapons. Where's my guy? He doesn't seem happy, and Harbaugh and that franchise is really tight-lipped. Not a lot of leaks out of Baltimore. What do you make of this?
Baltimore, I'm waiting for their local media to explain it to me.
I don't think they...
Is he hurt, or is he injured, or is he unhappy? This is where you lean on local media. We're not there, feet on the ground. I don't know. I've always said, look around the league. I would pay Lamar Jackson tomorrow. Can he win a Super Bowl? Like Greg Cosell said, who knows? But he wins 75% of his starts, and I know what Baltimore is without him because I've watched them. Brutal. They're winning on culture and defense, but to me, if I can start a quarterback, if I can pay a quarterback, and 4 times a month he plays and he wins 3, I'm giving him a contract. I can't literally just sign you only if you can win a Super Bowl. Now, I don't think Daniel Jones does win 3 games a month. He wins probably 2. So I see him kind of as a 2-win-a-month guy. He needs a lot of help. Lamar, with no receivers, has gotten this team before into the playoffs.
You think the front office and Harbaugh are like, man, listen, this guy's asking for the world. He wants the sun and the moon in his contract. Now he's hurt. He's sitting out. Can we just cut bait and move on and start over? Find someone else?
No, really.
You think that's happening?
Where are they going to get a quarterback?
Okay, maybe we'll talk about that in the quarterback segment. All right, final story earlier this week. Oh, boy, Colin, I love this one. Greg Berhalter, U.S. national team coach, revealed details of a previous domestic violence incident with his then-girlfriend, now wife.
30 years ago?
31 years ago.
31 years ago.
Saying that someone was trying to take him down during the World Cup. The latest report indicates that Giovanni Reina's parents were the ones behind the takedown. Now, this is what's crazy. Reina's mom has admitted, I was the one who sent the info to U.S. Soccer and Berhalter. His mom played college soccer with Berhalter's wife. They have been friends for a long time. This is really dirty pool, Colin. They found out their son was not going to play a lot in the World Cup, and they are angry, and they are scoring scorched earth on U.S. soccer.
Well, soccer has a history of a lot of personal vendettas, and it's a star sport.
But not in the U.S. This is like
no.
A
We're
European
graduating.
thing. Right.
We're graduating to European-style soccer, which is egos and vanity and politics and leverage. And I don't like this story either. I don't like... I'm not going to talk about his marriage. They were dating. It was 30 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, they were only dating, but then they broke up briefly, got back together.
They've been together.
They went to counseling. They have had 4 kids, and they were just fine for there's no point to bring this crap up. really isn't.
At this point, no.
Unless you're trying to take him down. Now, I want to know what you do. U.S. Soccer has to decide, do we keep Berhalter? His contract expired December 31st.
Well, I like him. I've been a huge Berhalter fan. So I would keep him, and I would just say, Greg, make it work with Reyna. I don't think you can be petty in sports. I think you have to compartmentalize, and I would just say, Greg's a grown-up.
Greg, make it work with Reyna. Reyna was a bit of a problem, but his parents are the real
Yeah, but
issue.
his parents, I don't have to, bottom line, if the kid plays hard and plays well, I'll play him. I'm not going to hold a grudge. I'm not going to be petty about it. If he can help me win, I'm going to play him.
So if you're at U.S. Soccer, you bring back Berhalter?
I'm a Berhalter fan. I think soccer people in this country, we always blame our coach instead of looking in the mirror and watching the great players and going, yeah, our guys aren't close to that. We don't have anything remotely close in the history of U.S. soccer. We don't have anything. If Messi's a 10, we don't have a 7. I mean, the kid that, if you look at the great players, Mbappe.
Yeah,
we got nothing even close to that.
Yeah, he's a
Christian
historical
Pulisic's talented, but he's not that.
So we lost to Netherlands.
We should have. They're better.
By the way, Netherlands pushed Argentina to PKs.
That's right. Netherlands better
the
than
next
us.
game.
That's right.
So it's not like that was a bad loss.
And
Berhalter did not show poorly at the World Cup, right?
People didn't like his substitutions. It should be noted this was a unique World Cup where you could sub 5 guys, not 3.
Yes.
So it kind of screwed up all the rotations. It's fine. We got out of the group stage.
We tied England. That was amazing performance. Great game plan.
Fantastic.
Beat Iraq. I didn't love the second half. Iran. And the first game against Wales, they were winning until the mistake in the penalty box, giving up a PK. So I thought Berhalter had a good World Cup.
So did I. But we're not delusional, and we never thought I thought if they could get out of the group stage, win. It was the second youngest World Cup team. Get out of the group stage with England. Once they draw with England, I was good. I was like, all right, that's good. We got out. We're not going to beat Netherlands. You watched it. They were bigger, stronger, and had more experience.
Yeah.
J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
All right, time for new tires. Trust the experts at TireRack.com. They've been doing it for 40 years in crushing. If you're a business and you're thinking of using a business, and for 4 decades, they've been growing and crushing. Trust them. TireRack.com. /sponsor behind you. I get crap for that, but I say it's like the grown-up among kids. And Mac Jones has some dubious body language. Are we overreacting? What do you make of it?
It's interesting, Colin. I think we've talked about this a little bit. Being a quarterback and now owning and running a business, at a high level, they're kind of the same thing, right? At a high level, and you're guiding a team, and they're watching you all the time. And, whatever you've got going on personally, whatever is happening, outside of the office, that stuff has to stay there. And regardless of how you're feeling, you've got to represent confidence, positivity, and optimism and all of those things, to the people that are watching you all the time. So it does matter. There's no question it does matter. And as a quarterback, you always have to be aware that it's not just you. You've got an entire team that's looking at you and expecting you to project confidence and positivity.
So when you look, Garoppolo's going to have some movement, and he's going to have a say. Derek Carr's got a no-trade clause. Your friend Tommy's going to have options. I tend to think, it's funny. What I thought 5 years ago is not what I think now. I look at the NFL now, and I'm like, I'm not going to go any place with a crazy owner. He'll screw up everything. And there's a few of those. So let's get past that. We know none of these guys want to go to a crazy owner. Is there something else that you, Drew, would look at in your box and say, okay, this is really important that maybe I wouldn't notice?
Well, I mean, it's the obvious things. And, when Tom left New England and decided to go to Tampa, obviously very smart. And he looked at all the pieces in place there, offensive line, receivers, great, very quarterback-friendly head coach at the time. So you take all of those things into effect. And as Tom's looking to move, I mean, I don't know. He may play till he's 60 at this point. I don't know. But you have to kind of look at it like, okay, who's ready to win right now? He's certainly not going to a place, where it's a 3-year or 5-year plan. He's going someplace where if he leaves Tampa, he's going someplace where he thinks that they're just a quarterback away from being a champion. And You know, you look at the two places you mentioned. You know, you look at